Hello, my name is Amber, and I want to talk to you today about a very important topic that's taking place all over the nation right now and also all over the world, and that is security in our public schools. And not just our public schools as well, but some private schools as well, where we're really seeing a lot of school shootings, more violence in our public schools. And I wanted to address this issue today and possibly talk about ways that we can combat, prepare, and also prevent a lot of those school shootings that are happening today in our country. I am a proud mom of two boys, two students who attend public school. And it is a very big concern of mine as well. Whenever I go to send my children out to school, will there be an issue where I may not see them again? Like, will that be the last time that I see them? And I know as any parent, that should never be a question of ours. A school should always be a safe haven, or it's traditionally was viewed as a safe haven. But now we're seeing more in modern times that it's a toss-up of security for our youth today. So I'm pretty sure it's on every topic of discussion in families and households right now, especially with a lot of our young people, our youth going back to school. How are we going to keep them safe? And what are some ways that we can view potential assailants or other youth students, who may be an active shooter, or how to identify some of these behaviors in some of the students to even help get them counseling perhaps, and also deter their actions as well. So I did a little bit of research in regards of how are we going to prepare our students? How are we going to prepare our schools, our staff, all of the faculty members that are involved in our schools? How are we going to make sure that they are prepared? So I did a little bit of research, as stated before, of ways that districts, administrators are looking to prepare for in the event of an active shooter. And so one of the ways, and it's the most popular way, a popular measure amongst administrators as far as protecting the students, is to have armed and gun-trained teachers. Now, on the top end of it, it kind of seems common sense. It kind of seems common sense, It seemed like it would be the most easiest answer of them all. But upon research, many students, as a matter of fact, one poll showed that 98% of teachers are not in favor of this idea. Many of them are stating that is not what they came to school to do. They came to school to instruct and teach our students, which is true. I am completely on their side about this, especially when you think about the number of teachers. The numbers are plummeting. There are not a lot of teachers already. Their job is already very demanding. So why would we want to put an extra burden on them and more pressure on them to protect, when that's not a part of their job? That's not what they went to school for. That's not what they got their certification or their degree in. So I'm definitely on their side whenever it comes to making sure that our students are safe. I don't believe that teachers should be armed. Some others propose that maybe we should have more security cameras, metal detectors, panic buttons. Those ideas are great, but they really don't deter a shooter from committing a crime. I do believe that if someone wants to commit a crime, then they will find a way to breach security. And unfortunately, in a lot of those instances, even with a security camera, it can only catch what's already been done. It doesn't prevent anything. So one thing that I propose that we should look into is, I actually looked into the past and I thought about what it was like whenever I was growing up. We didn't have all of these issues, but one thing that we did have growing up, we had more parent-teacher involvement. And I do believe, and it's also studies have shown, according to PTA.org, more students tend to be more successful students when there's parent-teacher involvement. Parents can sometimes pick up on things that teachers cannot. It's always great to have that extra sense of support in the schools. Whenever we have great communication between parents and teachers, we build a great community amongst our children. It's once said that it takes a village to raise one child. It takes a bunch of people to raise one kid. So aside from all of the security features and trainings and measures, I do believe that we possibly have to go back in time to see what really worked. And what really worked was parent-teacher involvement. I think once we become more community-based in our schools, we'll see a lot of this student shootings, massacres. We may see, I do believe that we will see their decrease in these times once we allow that to happen. Once again, thank you so much for listening to my video. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.